to my channel. I'm coming to y'all with something that is very new for me. I actually tried some clip-ins, so I am very excited to get into this video and show y'all how I put in my clip-ins. So I used hair from a company called Shake and Go. They had 9-piece clip-ins. They came with a 3-inch weft, 5-inch weft, a 7-inch weft, and a 10-inch weft. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to spritz my hair. I had my hair in like an old twist out, maybe for about a week or so. So like I said, I'm just going to spritz my hair just to get it a little moisturized prior to doing a style. The next thing I'm going to do is part my hair from ear to ear. Now, before y'all go clicking out the video, I do want to apologize for the fact that the video is in like a portrait mode opposed to like the widescreen. I did not realize it until after, but I could not waste this good content. Once I was satisfied with my part, I just went ahead and I put the front portion of my hair up because I'm going to deal with that last. Next, you're going to see I'm going to do cornrows in the back of my hair. Some people do twists, I've seen, but I prefer the cornrows. I just felt like it was just a little better as far as the clip-ins not slipping. That's just my preference. So again, I moisturize the back of my hair again because I feel like that's very important at all times when you're doing a protective style. And I'm going to part my hair and I'm going to do cornrows. Y'all see that little belly poking? Yes, I am pregnant, y'all. I am about, well, in this video, I am about 5 months pregnant. So, surprise. I mean, I know I didn't mention to y'all yet, but yes, I'm pregnant, as you can tell, if you can tell. Now, I would like to say in hindsight, I felt like I could have pushed my part, my ear-to-ear part, a little bit further up. The style did come out well regardless, but again, you know, when you're doing it, just keep that in mind, how much hair you actually want out in the front of your head, or, you know, like, because that determines how big your ponytail is going to be or how thick your ponytail is going to be. Also, depending on the amount of wefts that you have in your hair package or your bundle package, that also makes a difference as well. And because I felt like I didn't have a lot of long clip-ins, I didn't push the part that far up. I chose to keep it towards the back a little bit just to make sure I had enough clip-ins for my hair to be as full as I wanted it to be. So after completing my last braid, like I explained before, I put 4 cornrows in the back of my head. And to me, that just seemed like it was enough. Once I was done with my cornrows, I then just pinned my hair up to the sides just to make sure it was as flat as I could get it. To be honest, y'all, what I learned and what I actually love about this style, it really doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be that flat. Regardless of the fact the clip-ins actually lay pretty flat, and because it's a curly style, there's no lumps and bumps at all. So once again, you don't have to be perfect with this style. You just want to, you know, clip the hair away just to make sure it's out the way and that you don't have any braids hanging down. So here I'm just going to show y'all just how the hair looks. Like I said, the hair was not expensive at all. The curls were actually pretty decent. And I can say overall that I actually like the hair. Y'all, this part, I had trouble opening the clip-ins. I have no idea why. I mean, well, I do have an idea why. This is my first time ever even dealing with any clip-ins, seeing any clip-ins. And I didn't realize until maybe my last 2 clip-ins in the back that all you have to do is literally hold the 2 sides of the clip and kind of push down and it will pop the clip-in open. Now in the back of my hair, I did, like I said, I did have a 10-inch piece, and I decided instead of using my 10-inch piece, I used one of my 7-inch pieces. I decided to save my 10-inch piece more towards the middle of my head because I felt like that part was a little wider and I only had one of them. So one thing that I did learn, and one good tip I can give you guys is, while you're doing it, it's kind of like trial and error. You kind of take the clipping out, you measure it to the back of your head. You may even have to take it out, and try a different piece. But like I said, it just all depends on the size wefts that you have and how many of each side. Now, when you get to like maybe the second or third row, depending on how far up, but mainly around where your ear is, what you want to do is, instead of putting your clip-in straight across, you want to kind of curve the sides up a little bit, because what that will do at the end is it will hide the rest of the clip-ins that is under it. At this point, I am using my 5-inch weft to finish towards the top of my head. Y'all, I cannot stress y'all enough how easy this hairstyle really was. I mean, even if you don't really get to clip all the clip-ins, they're actually pretty sturdy. You don't have to push them too far down in your hair. I didn't have any difficulty, with like the clip-ins hurting my hair or anything like that. So for my last piece, I used my 3-inch weft, and that was actually good enough to kind of cover everything. Now moving on to the front, again, I just spritz my hair lightly just to moisturize it. And then I'm going to apply the gel of my choice. I just use Eco Styler gel. Brush my hair up and put it in a nice ponytail. Keep in mind, you do not want this ponytail to be too tight, especially if you plan on wearing your ponytail or wearing this style and not taking it down every day, which was my purpose. I wanted to find a style, like I said, that was a protective style that I didn't have to take down. So just ensure that you do not put your ponytail too tight. Make sure that it's comfortable for you. Once I put my hair in a ponytail, I just put my hair in 2 twists and wrap my hair in a bun. Try to get your bun as small and as tight as possible, because what I found, once you put the clip-ins in, it will kind of make your bun a little bigger. So again, it's your preference. If you want your bun to be really big, then you don't have to put it in. You don't have to make your bun as tight. So y'all just pay really close attention to this part, because this is a little trick that I learned. Now the last clip-in, I did use one of my, I think this is my 5-inch weft. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it as close to the top weft as possible, and I'm going to clip it in. But if you notice, I am clipping it in the opposite direction. Now the purpose of this is so that once I clip it in, it will actually hide the entire track. You will not notice that there is a track there at all, and this will make the style look even more realistic. So for my ponytail, I used one 5-inch wefts and I used my 3-inch wefts. So when securing the wefts or the clip-ins to my bun, I decided to actually clip them in very close to the base of my bun. People also, or I have also seen others just kind of wrap the wefts around. I decided to clip them in because I just like to feel that they were actually secure. I clipped a weft in the back and I clipped a weft in the front of my bun. Once I felt like my wefts were pretty secure, I went ahead and I kind of ran my fingers through the hair a little bit just to get it a little, I guess, like frizzy, just to ensure that it kind of blended a little better when I made my bun. So y'all can see I actually went back and I added another 5-inch weft piece to cover my bun because the two that I had, I didn't feel like it was going to be thick enough to actually cover my hair. So once I was comfortable with the amount of hair that I had to cover my hair in my bun, I just went and I wrapped the hair around my bun and I used bobby pins to secure it. So just being honest, that bun was actually a little big for me. So off camera, I did go and I adjusted it just to make it a little smaller. So at this point, I'm just running my fingers through the curls just to fluff it out a little bit, give it a little frizz, make it look a little more realistic. Now, depending on the hair, you may or may not have to do this, but with this hair, I felt like it was needed. So off camera, I just laid my edges down and I tied them down. I used my scissors just to kind of give the hair a little shape. Any hairs that were extra long, I just cut them. Like I said, just to give it a little shape. And you just trim it to your liking. Now, be careful not to trim too much because once you cut it off, you cannot put it back. And here y'all have it. I love these clip-ins. I really like the style. I actually even liked it even better because they were only $30. Please leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell. And I will see y'all next week.